first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take just a piece of tape here, and let me make sure I get this, and I'm just gonna put it on my flat surface. All right, then I'm gonna label this tape base, just using the pen. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take another piece of tape about the same length. So I got my second piece of tape, and I'm gonna fold over the edge here. So I basically have like a little handle on it. All right, so this handle is folded over so that the sticky part is up against each other. And that way I have a place that I can easily peel it back up. And then I'm gonna place it right on top of that first piece of tape. This one I'm gonna label with a big B for bottom, because it's gonna be below this last piece. So I'm gonna put one more piece on there. All right. Once again, I'm gonna fold over a small handle here, and I'm gonna lay it right on top of my first two pieces. So I basically have a stack of 3 pieces of tape. This last one, I'm gonna label with a T because it's on the top. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 pieces of tape and I'm going to very slowly peel them off. Notice that I left the base tape on there. I just took off the bottom and top, the ones labeled B and T. Okay, then what I'm gonna do, and I need to prop my camera up a little bit higher for you all to see this, is I'm going to very carefully just like run my fingers over tape a few times. And then I'm going to very quickly peel them apart. All right. So now I have my 2 pieces of tape. And you're going to notice that if I put them like this, they're actually attracted to each other a little bit. Okay. That's what we're going to be talking about today, is that attraction. So the other thing you need for this lab, I'm going to put these 2 pieces of tape aside for now, is you need to do that one more time with another set of tape. And then you need to cut pieces that are a similar size from paper and aluminum foil. Alrighty, so I've got my 2 sets of tape that I made. I got bottom, top, bottom, top. I've also got my piece of paper and my aluminum foil. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test what happens when I hold these substances near each other, okay? So I'm gonna test the bottom piece first. So this is one of the bottom pieces I made. And when I test this, I'm gonna make sure to put the non-sticky side up against each other because I don't want the tapes to accidentally stick together. Okay, so I'm doing the non-sticky side of one bottom next to the non-sticky side of another bottom. And if you can tell, I'm pushing them pretty close together, but they are actually pushing up each other apart at the bottom there. All right, now I'm gonna do the bottom of this bottom tape to the top tape. And did you see that? So as soon as I put them near each other, the top tape and the bottom tape kind of come together. They're like attracted to each other. All right, now I'm gonna do the bottom tape with piece of paper. And it comes together. And I'm going to do the bottom tape with a piece of aluminum foil. And it comes together. All right, the next thing I'm going to do, now I've tested my bottom tape, is I'm going to test my top tape the same way. So again, not sticky side of the tape to not sticky side of the tape. So this one is my top tape in my hand and the bottom tape on the table. And they come together pretty strongly. Then I got my top tape on my hand and the top tape on the table. And they push each other away. And then I got the top tape in my hand and the paper, and they come together pretty strongly. And the top tape in my hand and the foil, which come together pretty strongly as well. Okay, now, just to confirm, I'm going to test a regular piece of paper. So I got my regular piece of paper with the bottom tape, and they come together just a little bit. Then I got my regular piece of paper with the top tape. And again, they come together just a little bit. I had to get them pretty close. Then I got my paper with my paper, and as you would expect, nothing happens. And I got my paper with my foil, and as you would expect, nothing happens. Lastly, I'm going to test a piece of foil. This piece of foil is a little smaller than I would like, but it should work. So foil with the top tape, this is the bottom tape, pulls it in a little bit. Foil with the top tape, pulls it in just a little bit. Had to get pretty close there. Foil with the paper, nothing. And foil with foil, nothing. Alright, so when I put my tapes up against stuff, something always happened. And when I put my foil and paper up against stuff, it only happened if it was with the tape. Okay? So make sure you fill out your data table, and then we're going to discuss as a class what we think is going on here.